Level 1. The Conscript. Happy birthday. You've turned 17. Take the happy back, though. Turning 17 in North Korea means one thing. You now belong to Marshal Kim Jong-un. Or as the rest of the world quietly calls him, Kim Fatty III. His grandfather was Fatty 1. His father was Fatty 2. And this man, who commands the fourth largest military on Earth and has never missed a meal in his life, is Fatty 3. In North Korea, saying that out loud will end your life. So nobody says it out loud. The morning you leave, your mother ties a cloth around your wrist. You don't look back. 3 weeks later, you're somewhere you've never been, with people you've never met, and you understand exactly what that meant. 50 men in one room, no heating. You sleep in your uniform because it's the warmest thing you own. The Korean People's Army has 1.28 million soldiers. The average one weighs 56 kilograms. You'll understand why within a month. Breakfast is corn porridge, lunch is corn porridge, dinner is corn porridge. Official rations are 700 grams of grain a day. In practice, you get about 400. The older soldiers eat first, sleep first, use the showers first. You get what's left. If you fall out of line, the soldier above you corrects it with his fists. They call it education. Your salary is 0. Room and board is included. So is everything else. One night, rations go missing. The officers don't investigate. They line up the entire barracks outside, shirts off, knees in the snow. 2 hours. Nobody speaks. Your bunkmate leans close and whispers, "This isn't right." The next morning, his bed is empty. No explanation. Nobody asks. You stare at that mattress, and something in you that used to ask questions decides to stop. You serve 10 years, mandatory. No exceptions. You thought you were joining an army. For the next 6 months, you build roads. Then, the Masikryong ski resort. Kim declared a 100-day speed battle. Soldiers built it on 20-hour shifts with no extra food. Your unit finished it in '94. Nobody got a day off. 6 months pass. You stop feeling hungry. You stop feeling cold. Then your name is called. Transfer orders. North. Level 2. The border guard. You're 19. You're standing on the bank of the Tumen River. China is 200 meters away. At night, you can see the lights on the other side. More lights than you have ever seen in one place. Brighter than your entire hometown at its brightest. The order is simple. If anyone runs toward the water, you shoot. No warning, no questions after. You carry a Type 58 assault rifle, North Korea's version of the AK-47, 5 bullets in the magazine. Your salary is $3 a month. The rifle costs considerably more than that. Nobody has done that math out loud. You patrol in pairs, you don't talk much. Talking leads to thinking. It's 2 a.m. The river is half frozen. Movement in the trees. A shadow sprints for the water. Your commander told you once, 3 seconds is mercy. 1, you raise the rifle. 2, the figure hits the bank. 3, if you fire, you kill someone whose only crime is running. If you don't, you become the one being watched. You hesitate. A shot cracks from behind you. Your partner. The shadow drops into the water. Silence. You stand there. The river moves. The lights on the Chinese side keep burning. You are 200 meters from a country where a person can walk to the water without being shot, and the distance feels less like geography and more like a kind of physics you will never understand. That is the exact moment the army finishes building you. Back at base, your commander calls you in. Calm. Just one question. Why didn't you fire first? That pause goes into your file. One line. It follows you for years. The Chinese merchants figured out fast that border guards have 5 bullets and empty stomachs. Money passes through the fence at night. You look the other way for 10 minutes. You pocket it and say nothing. None of it appears in any official document. This is how most things work here. From that night forward, you stop hesitating, not because you agree, because you've learned what hesitation costs. You know the difference now. That's enough. Level 3, the squad leader. You're 22. You survived the border. Now you command 12 men. Not promoted for strength, promoted for reliability. Those are different things here. You inspect uniforms. You inspect weapons. Every letter your men receive from home passes through your hands first. You read them before the soldier does. The harvest was bad this year. We are managing. Your sister as well. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes the letter says something else, and you decide what they're allowed to know. You censor roughly 40 letters a year. Nobody has ever written back to complain. One of your men gets a letter. His mother hasn't been eating properly. You fold it, slide it into your pocket, hand him a version. Everyone is fine. He reads it and smiles. You feel something. You don't name it. You move on. At night, a private whispers to the man beside him. Life has to be better across that river. You hear it. You say nothing that night, but you write his name in your report. The next morning, he's called to headquarters. By evening, his bunk is empty. The others go quiet, not because anyone told them to. Your commander finds you the following week. Good awareness. Kim Jong-un once had his own uncle executed for clapping without enough enthusiasm at his speeches. That was one of the official charges. That was enough. You think about that sometimes. Then you stop thinking about it. The system doesn't need you to believe, just to perform. Level 4. The lieutenant. You're 26, Pyongyang. Less than 1 in 10 officers gets this posting. You did. Clean streets, lights that work at night, meet at the canteen twice a week. Your uniform is pressed. Your salary is $8 a month. Everything else is included. Once a week, officers sit in a circle for self-criticism sessions. Sangwal Chonghwa. You stand and confess your ideological failures out loud, not real ones. The correct kind. I lacked enthusiasm. I must deepen my devotion to the marshal. If you confess nothing, it signals concealment. Everyone in the room understands this. Nobody says so. You spend 2 hours writing yours, getting the wording right. The right amount of shame, the right amount of resolve. It is the best writing you will do this week. A lieutenant in your class corrects a senior officer during a briefing. Politely, factually. He's right. The room goes quiet. The senior officer says nothing. Neither does anyone else. 2 weeks later, he is gone. Rural logistics posting, 6 hours from the city. You receive his desk, his clearance level, his apartment. Always look like the second smartest person in the room, never the first. Level 5. The political officer. You're 32. You no longer command soldiers. You command what they believe. Every unit in the Korean People's Army has one political officer for every 50 to 100 soldiers. You are that person. The commanding officer runs operations. You run ideology. When you file a report about him, it bypasses his desk entirely and goes straight to the party. He knows this. You have breakfast together every morning. Every week, the unit sits in a circle. Self-criticism. You take notes. If no one confesses, you push. Silence means concealment. You read rooms differently now. Who claps first when the supreme leader's name is spoken? Who claps last? Who glances at the floor for half a second before joining in? There's a young officer in your unit. Smart, well-liked, confident. During self-criticism, he doesn't tear himself down enough. Carries himself like a man who trusts his own judgment. You write 3 words, individualistic tendencies detected. He's transferred within the month. His career is finished and he doesn't know it yet. Then one afternoon, your superior opens your reports on the desk between you. Your assessments lack urgency. You built the system. Now you're standing inside it. Someone is watching the watcher. You built the trap. Now you live in it. Level 6. The colonel. You're 40. Car. Driver. Larger apartment in a good district. Imported drinks at private dinners. Children in schools with children of generals. Parents move to better housing. The Korean People's Army has roughly 1,200 colonels and generals. You are now one of them. Your salary is $20 a month. The apartment would cost 10 times that in China. The math is not the point. Your signature moves resources. Your approval moves careers. But your phone is monitored. Your driver never makes eye contact. Your security detail rotates without notice. The car is very nice. The car also reports back. Kim Jong-un attends missile tests personally. He stands at the console and watches. When tests fail, the officials in the room don't leave in the same condition they entered. Tonight, you are presenting your unit's results to him directly. You measure every word before it leaves your mouth. You watch his face the entire time you speak. You leave with your career intact. For now. A general who sat across from you at dinner last month is absent this month. His name doesn't come up. His chair is empty. Nobody looks at it. A test your unit ran malfunctions during rehearsal. Logged. An internal review opens. No accusations, just questions. Who approved the sequence? Did you review the instability report? Your answers are accepted. Mistakes don't disappear, they wait. At your rank, the file is already thick enough. Level 7, the General. You're 46. Military parade. Medals across your chest. State television. The whole country watching. You look like power. You feel like a target. The parade platform is the most exposed place in the country. It is also mandatory. National Defense Councils now. Missile programs, nuclear posture. Notes memorized before you enter any room. Every sentence weighed before it leaves your mouth. You check your phone before every meeting now. Not for messages. To confirm it is still on. A general whose phone goes silent without explanation has usually become a different kind of problem. The Korean People's Army has roughly 350 generals. Fewer than that number are still in the same posting they held 3 years ago. Haeon Yong-chol was defense minister. He fell asleep during one of Kim's speeches. Executed 2015. Ri Yong-gil was chief of general staff. Arrested, released, arrested again. You know better than to ask what happened in between. Rank is not protection here. Rank is visibility. A satellite launch connected to your division fails publicly. Kim is furious. Officials who were in the briefing room that day have already been removed. Investigation opens. You're not accused. Not yet. You're asked to publicly criticize a general you've worked alongside for 20 years. A man you would trust with your life. Defend him and you attach yourself to failure. Condemn him and you buy time. You choose your words carefully. You condemn him. He disappears 2 weeks later. You sleep less now. Every knock after midnight feels decided in advance. 30 years of climbing. Now you understand what the view is. Level 8, the inner circle. You're 52. 12 people sit on the State Affairs Commission. You are one of them. Private compound outside Pyongyang. No phones inside, no written records leave the room. Before Kim enters, the room is swept for recording devices. Every time. His food is tasted before he eats. There are people whose entire job is to take the first bite. The ones who weren't good at it are no longer mentioned. You have been in the same room as him for 3 years, and you have never once seen him surprised. He doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't need to. When he asks a question, every person in the room becomes extremely focused on giving the right answer. Not the accurate one. The right one. You watch his hands when he speaks, not his face. Everyone does. His face gives nothing. His hands tell you when to stop talking. You are advising him on nuclear posture, on missile doctrine, on national defense strategy. Untouchable. For the first time in your life. Then a missile test fails publicly. Satellites catch it. International news has it within the hour. You are in the room when Kim receives the report. No emergency response, no statement, just silence. That silence is the signal. Someone is being chosen. Quiet investigations begin. You're called in late at night, calm room, calm voice. Who validated the readiness assessment? Did you review the instability data? Who approved the launch window? You've seen other men answer these questions. You know what comes after the questions stop. Your name appears in the internal summary. 3 words, strategic misjudgment, reduced decisiveness. 35 years, 3 words. Level 9, the erased. You're 55, rural facility, 4 hours from Pyongyang. No press, no visitors, no briefings. You still wear the uniform. Nobody asks your opinion. 2 men in your security detail now, not 20. Basic phone, driver reassigned. Your name is gone from state media. Your portrait removed from the hallway in Pyongyang. Someone painted the wall clean. No mark left. Officially, strategic repositioning. Wake up is 5 a.m. Same as 17. The cold is the same. Nobody salutes. You outrank everyone here. It does not come up. Reports with your old routing still arrive sometimes. A system error nobody fixed. They carry someone else's signature now. A younger general. Careful. Loyal. Visible in exactly the right ways at exactly the right moments. You think about the morning you left home at 17, your mother's hands, the cloth around your wrist, the end of the street. You didn't look back. The facility you live in now doesn't appear in any official record. No address, no file. You are here. The country does not know. That's the only way this ends.